The forge has gone quiet, the bellows blow no more. The forge has gone quiet, the smiths have gone home. Only fading embers remain, and my hearth grows cold. One kiss from you to rekindle it all.
Okay, welcome back to Queen of Embers, episodes 25 and 26. I'm your game master, Daniel Fox. We're joined by the playtesters, the people who made Zweihänder and made Gosh Awesome. And now, Queen of Embers, we left off on a pretty interesting part last week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I seem to recall that...
I'm getting into trouble.
A little bit of trouble on both sides.
Recall Warren going to a very specific
Who wants to give the update? You?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bannister, as I like to call him, or Banneker, ends up getting a message early in the morning. Awake, a knock at the door. A messenger saying that a woman is wishing to meet with him. And I can't quite remember that woman's name.
Frau Weiss.
Okay, Frau Weiss. Weiss? Anyway, so she would like to meet with him. And so, cautiously, of course, he agrees and they meet down in the cloakroom. And there in which we find that this woman is actually the ambassador from New Mahal, which is a territory to the south across a sea that used to be part of Gothmarin. So she apparently wanted to thank him for his brave deeds during the night of Penumbra, where he saved
It was all him. The poor orphans.
the poor
Poor
orphans.
orphans.
Right, the poor orphans. He, of course, being the modest, humble person he is, also thinking that perhaps there was some sort of nefarious means as well, says, no, it was me and the rest of them, I was just part of it. And she invites him to the place. And she goes, and we wine and we dine, and some of us drink more than we should, and some of us are more lightweights than we thought. Things get a bit rowdy. And then
There's a rooster involved at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where my character blacks out. So who wants to go from there?
Somebody must... Adam, you're going to do it.
Well, we don't let Bannister. We don't let Banneker.
I got you all forever.
Forever.
It doesn't help that it's written up there on the...
Yeah.
I
That's
know. I
Bannister.
glance up to the whiteboard to look, and it says Bannister. We don't let him remain humble. As a matter of fact, we fall in line as all of us start touting his adventurous exploits. And, yeah, we're all good winged persons. And so he ends up disappearing with her throughout the night. Some of us have a good time, then we return in the morning to the cloakroom. And I'm having trouble remembering things in order.
We had a couple of things that we wanted to do. One was
You went to go start a riot. And
Yeah.
um,
She told us about James Tallow
yes, James Tallow, and
that night.
okay, yeah, so you went to go start a riot, and we did a few other things while we were preparing. You wanted, basically, I'm joking, but you wanted to go and tell your people that the Countess wanted to become
Baroness.
a city. Baroness
Baroness
wanted to become a city-state.
Yeah. So they could escape if they wanted to.
Right. And then Elisa and Terwin, I'm having trouble remembering exactly what we did. But we went to go talk to somebody.
Amadeus.
Yeah, we went to talk to Amadeus, and I'm just having the hardest time remembering.
Because
everything.
of the tower
Yes.
that we found at the school.
We did tell him about that tower, and but yeah, I can't remember that conversation at all. I can remember.
Do you have the details, Kai?
Yeah.
I do. So he said that when we went, for one, the banner was now showing the boar for the Baroness that was hung on the tower. A fortnight ago, there appeared to be frogs that rained down on somebody's house, so there's been weird occurrences just happening all around town, he said. He said that he thought that the Levinci originally had been involved with the foundry explosion that happened on the last penumbra. And he said he's been having weird dreams as well since penumbra, and he hasn't slept. He said the towers were made for the bell guards for being able to do warning systems, and Hexenstern is the one that started those. So that's why they have bells and all of that. And then, yeah, he said that him and the rest of the bell guard had just been moved into positions of power as like a thanks for what they had done for the Baroness.
He asked for Warren a couple times too.
He did, yeah. Because he said he got along with Warren real well and wanted to know how Warren was and all of that.
Speaking of Warren,
And then Warren,
what happens from your and Banneker's perspective?
So we went to find Mr. Towel, which apparently he's a very poor candle maker, is the word on the street. But eventually, someone pointed us in the right direction, and let's see here, it was Banneker, yeah, Banneker. Went down to see him, which was on Slum Row. We knocked on the door. He didn't answer. And
there was a boat missing.
yeah, there's a missing boat. So apparently he was out, but I just knocked out the window, and Banneker's like, "I'm not having any part of this. I'll be your lookout." I'm like, "Sure, whatever." And stepped in the door, started looking around. Ended up following my nose upstairs. Some weird smell was in the air, and at the end of the hallway was this. Someone was in a bathtub, and I was being very careful about making sure that they didn't see me. And I was crawling along the floor, blew out a candle, and out of the bathtub came this horrible monster that attacked me.
Not yet, at least.
Well,
Is
it
it
came out of the bathtub towards me.
But we're actually going to move back to the Belguard's tower. Elisa and Terwin, you are outside the tower. You're somewhere near Basiah Square. The storm is still raging. It's dark. You're making your way, I'm assuming, probably back to the cloakroom?
Yeah.
I wouldn't see a reason to go around.
Can I test my spidey sense? Warren's in trouble. Yeah, we would go
It's
back.
always going off. What?
Yeah. We would go back to the cloakroom.
The wind is kind of pulling at your cloak. It's windy, it's stormy, it's cold. There's distant thunder. You're kind of keeping beneath the nearby eaves to stay dry. It is not yet the witching hour, which you know is when the curfew is put in place in the city. But no less, you're heading back to the cloakroom.
Since Elisa doesn't really have any plans, she might pull out a little bit of Mandrake and start going through the journal.
In the middle of the road?
No. When we get back to
Okay. What do you think?
that's kind of her plan.
Yeah. What do you think you want to do when you get back to cloakroom, Terwin?
Touch base with what Terwin would plan on doing is touch base with the rest of the crew, because he's expecting them to be there.
That's right.
So
you're kind of discussing this between yourselves in the street.
Well, not the Mandarin group. She ain't held.
So what do you think of what you had to say?
Well, I mean, it gives us something to look at, and a tower to possibly look at. But to be honest, with things that have had to do with Hexenstone and Hexenstone's type and his magic, as you believe it to be, I don't know that we should go by ourselves.
You know, it's all slang, right?
I understand.
Okay.
But
Well, you're saying
mechanical structures still can be something you don't want to trifle with, as we saw with those stairs.
you're saying it wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, warlocks.
Yeah, well,
I don't know your vernacular.
sure. So you would say?
Anyways, I do want to go look at the tower. It does seem that was the specific one we might possibly want to check, but I don't think we should go by ourselves. There's obviously something special about that place, and like I said, Hexenstone's involved in much as I don't believe he has any kind of malice towards us. I don't know of the things that he has dabbled in.
Well, I tend to agree with you on that. Personally, I don't like it when we have to split up, but sometimes there's no other choice.
Well, I for one wasn't dragging Harper along with us today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with his liquor. Yeah, you'd think he was... You'd think he was like... either lowborn or high class or something like that, not being able to hold it. You know.
And don't touch the things. No need to poison one's body.
Oink, oink.
What are you trying to say?
Well, let's face facts. When it has those kinds of repercussions, it's not necessarily the best thing to be imbibing now, is it?
Oh, well, I mean, if you take it too quickly. But
Correct.
it's good for you if you're doing the right... If you're doing the right amounts.
Is it?
Well, yeah, my barber surgeon said so. Back home.
Well then,
It's
I'm
good
sure
for...
he knows best.
Yeah, well, it's good for fighting rheumatism. I ain't had it yet.
The negation of not having something doesn't necessarily mean that it's stopping it.
I'm sure it does.
I've never been on fire, but that doesn't mean me drinking water has stopped that from happening.
Well, you better not drink too much of that Madame Geneva.
Wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
There is you hear this, a winnowing of horses. An upset animal that seems to be thrashing back and forth. It's held in the reins of two fellows who are actually holding on to the horse because it is so large and powerfully muscled that they clearly cannot control this storm horse that they are dragging through the road. And accompanying them are two other figures. One who's holding a lantern, and you can see in the shadows he kind of points toward the two of you. You can see something is slumped over the back of the horse, but you're not sure what it is.
That seems ominous.
How many horses in town you think are that big? Hey!
I don't know horses.
Wordlessly, you hear, "Death to the 13! Death to the Prophet!" Give me some initiative on the board.
What?
Oh, okay. What was there now? I was gonna grab one. Let's go.
So, put Saltpeterman.
Okay, what number?
They have a 16. Perception bonus is 4. Elisa, what's yours? I think yours is higher.
Mine's really high.
Mine's 5 and she's higher than me. So
Yeah, so put them right below Harper.
below Harper.
Saltpeterman. Yep. And erase Banneker.
Bannister.
What?
Meanwhile, somewhere across town, the camera pans through the storm, through Durendal to Slums Row.
Should I stay up for initiative?
This thing comprised of boiling wax, melting fat. As you blow out a single candle, these candles ring the top of this brass tub. And as you blow one out, this thing begins to emerge, and its arms grasp onto the side of the brass railing along the edge of the tub. You can see there's a generous amount of heat coming from below. There's a kind of a burning, there's kindling beneath the thing to keep whatever inside there warm and waxy. This thing kind of schlucks out. This strange gurgling sound intermingled with this deep pain as this thing grapples onto the edge of the basin, and you kind of stare in abject horror. Make a hard resolve test.
Hard resolve. Okay, so this is going to be a 39% chance to succeed. That is a 38.
Oh my gosh! You're on hands and knees at this point, and the thing kind of put the thing in the tub up on the initiative tracker.
Alright.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
The thing in the tub
Tub girl?
has an 11.
TTITT.
Thing in the tub with hyphens. The thing seems to groan.
Did you just do a Oh, that's great.
As this is happening, as this thing is kind of emerging from the tub, Warren, what are you going to do?
I'm going to run.
Okay.
That's the only option, really.
So you're going to stand up for 2 AP,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to hustle
Yes, I'm going to
down
hustle.
the hallway.
No, I'm going to run.
Oh, you want to
Yes.
run?
Is it within reaching distance?
From where it's at now?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're right beside the tub. I mean, you blew out the candle. You had to
Okay.
engage with
So I stand up for 2,
it.
right?
You get up for 2 AP, yes.
Okay. And then disengage is 2.
Yeah.
That'd be total. You got 2 total.
Okay.
Maneuver, you mean?
Maneuver, yeah.
Yeah. You must act
Okay, so
quick.
2. And then I've got 1 AP left, so if I spend 1 to disengage, extra maneuver. Thank you.
Now if you run, you get +3 to your damage threshold.
You're not there.
I'm just saying mechanics. That's what I do.
All right, well I'll just run then.
All right.
What's the worst that can happen?
I will take your all of your
Ballsy.
I'll take 2 of your fortune points for that.
There's the fortune points.
All right, go ahead and put them into your drawer.
Yeah.
All right. You stand up, and you're ready to turn and run. Well, thunk! The door slams shut. As nothing but the burning candles kind of illuminate this room. And as the thing's kind of pulling itself out of the tub, you can see this wicked shadow kind of shifting back and forth with the flickering of the candlelight.
So I was interrupted?
You're trapped.
Okay.
Refund yourself those 2 fortune points.
For fun?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, at least you keep them. You're gonna need them.
You have 1 AP left. What do you want to do?
I want to turn the tub over.
Okay. You come to the tub, and it's going to take 2 AP to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
It's going to be an arduous test. Don't give it to me. Put it back in there.
Yeah.
You grab a hold of the tub, and as you do so, the candles begin to burn brighter.
Awesome. All right. So this is arduous athletics.
Arduous athletics. Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be a 21% chance to succeed. How many
you're standing right in front of it. Meanwhile, back outside, it's the height of the storm. You are drenched, Harper, completely drenched, and your hands are bound together. You're starting to slowly come to, realizing that you've been sleeping so deeply that you didn't even notice, or you felt there was a blow to the back of your head.
I was already passed out.
Yeah. There's a burlap sack over your face that's wet and nasty. It's all over the back of your head, and you're apparently slung over the back of Matthew. It's dark out. What do you want to do?
First, I'd want to like try to gather my wits about me, I guess. So there's a bag over my head. I'm outside for some reason, and I feel like
Soaking
I'm on
wet.
Matthew.
Yeah.
My hands are bound.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I'll do for just a minute is just try to listen. I'm sure as my head is pounding, everything is much louder than normal.
Sure. Yeah. So you'll spend an AP doing that, and you realize that yes, indeed, you're outside. Yes, you've been overthrown over the back of Matthew, who is bucking wildly, and you can hear the voices of two men, you're guessing, who are struggling to pull him along. He's clearly fighting against these two people who are trying to essentially steal your horse. They've clearly kidnapped you and thrown you over the back. Your legs are free, just thrown over the haunches, like you're on your belly, and your hands are in front of you like this, and you're kind of over the back haunches of the horse like that.
Huh.
You can see like light filtering through the burlap sack from a lamp, but it's clearly dark out and it's storming. You're soaked to the bone.
Yeah, I don't know. Being as incapacitated as I am, I feel like anything I would do would just result in me falling off Matthew. So I'll actually probably just hold myself for right now as I try to think of a plan.
Okay. All right. Elisa? I think we'll wait for Adam to come back. I think he just dropped it. Yeah, that's good. We will have Adam cut this.
Yeah. It's fine.
Fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
Because I have ideas of what I would do if I weren't incapacitated.
I have an idea, but I'm not a fighter. We'll see how this goes.
You're in it. So, Elisa and Terwin, from your perspective, clearly you can see in your... Do you have light?
No. I mean, I guess if we were traveling, we might have.
What do you have on your character sheet?
I have a torch in my character sheet.
Your torch will not light in the rain.
I have a lantern.
Okay. You can see in the lantern light that there are these figures that clearly have absconded away with Matthew. And now you can see what's on the back of it. You can see there's a body slumped over it. Dressed, you can see Harper's colored pantaloons, if you will. You can tell that it's him.
Okay, give me just a moment. I gotta tell Tim.
Sure.
Where it is.
You put it outside for him or something?
Yeah, it's on the table under a blanket.
Cool. But you can see that clearly these are saltpetermen, and he says, one of them says, "Death to the 13, death to the prophet," and he levels a flintlock pistol directly at Elisa and pulls the trigger.
Oh shit.
Cool.
47. Blam! You hear the gunshot as you kind of pause and react, and the shot fires off in the darkness as you see this kind of gout of smoke and blast of light coming from a saltpeterman wizard. Another one pulls out his has his flintlock at the ready as well, and blam! Pulls the trigger on that one too toward Elisa.
They do not like me.
Yeah, you're just closest. 31, that's a hit. You are shot, and you will suffer 5 plus movement explosion 6. Another explosion 12. 13, another explosion. Another explosion, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19. 20, 21 damage. Blam!
Well, it's nice knowing you, Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah. That was one under my damage threshold before. I'm 22.
So you're...
Grievously wounded.
Boom! She goes spinning on her feet and drops to the ground. Roll 3d6.
Oh. I'll have one. There's a 6.
Uh-oh. Alright.
Sorry.
Woo!
Arterial squirt. Dead.
That's very
It doesn't
positive.
happen.
Very positive.
That's
This
an
will be
injury.
the second time she's decided to try to die.
Remember, after you suffer damage, you may spend a fortune point to immediately recover 1 step of the damage condition track. But first, you must draw your injury.
Right.
Pick a card, any card.
Go with... That one feels right.
What is the card?
Splintered elbow. Until fully recuperated, you cannot use one of your arms as you're in pain. You must undergo a successful surgery or suffer the consequences. Once a splintered elbow has undergone a failed surgery, you can no longer use two-handed ranged weapons. And if you already have, but I don't have it.
So, what handed are you?
Right?
Right-handed? Face 6. It's shooting the right arm. A 1. Fortunately, it's in your left arm. Boom! She goes spinning and almost drops to the ground. Death to the prophet! Meanwhile...
I'm gonna go ahead and use...
Oh, feel free. Yeah. We have the damage condition track. In James Tallow's house, you're holding on to the tub, trying to move it, but it's not quite shifting. It's bolted to the ground.
Ugh.
You're threatening to blow out the other candles. The thing has not been able to escape the tub yet, but takes a long swipe toward you with one of its hands. It's just trying to grab you to pull you in for a chokehold. Chances are 55. 96. It reaches toward you, and fortunately, it does not grab you. Ah! You kind of back away just a few inches as we move back to Terwin outside of the storm. As we're shifting back and forth at this point. And we'll just, I think we'll just go ahead and cue up some combat music. The storm is still coming down.
So how close to me are they?
Probably, let's do, 2 plus 6, 12 yards away. Two of them are having a difficult time holding on to Matthew, keeping Matthew collected in the storm, especially not only the fact that it's storming out, but also they're not the master of this horse by any means.
Right, and there's 4 of them, right?
There is, yes. 2 are holding onto the reins, 2 are armed with flintlock pistols. Clearly these are the saltpetermen.
Yeah. Fuck the prophet. Why don't you shoot me, friend?
You can see them frantically reloading.
Oh, okay. Well then, so they don't respond.
No,
Okay.
they're preparing to fight.
I will set this lantern down because the lantern light should reach that far, right?
Oh yeah, easily.
And then I will draw my sword and shield.
Okay. It is drawn.
and then I will charge it then.
All right.
So I'm assuming I'm going to have to spend an action, fortune point to make an attack.
Nope.
Okay.
Your weapon and shield are drawn.
All right. How close are they to standing that fired at me?
12 yards.
Close to each other. Are they standing side by
about
side?
3 yards side by side from one another.
Okay.
But
So
they're not necessarily tight by any means.
right. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go in between them so that I could like manage them both if possible.
Absolutely, you can do
Okay,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got warfare, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
That way, if they try and get away from me, at least I'll have opportunity to strike.
That's right.
All right. So difficulty.
What are you doing?
I'm going to strike one of them.
You're charging then?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was a little confused. So you're charging forward and then strike.
Yeah.
Okay. You storm forward. It's going to be your routine test.
Okay.
You're still within the light.
All right. Routine will be 60. And we start things off right with an 88.
Oh god!
Yeah!
As Taryn kind of readies to run away, he runs toward them. He slips and falls to the ground as you fall prone, just no more than 1 yard from where you started. Whoop! Slam! You hit the ground in the middle of the cobblestone.
Yeah.
Elisa, wincing, you see Terwin fall to the ground. You didn't see a shot hit him. It's dark out. It's confusing. It's storming.
Alright, I guess she's going to attempt to back them down with some words, possibly a litany. See if she has a chance at talking them out of this.
Okay. Roll your Litany of Hatred. Your test is... What is your current damage condition?
I am currently seriously wounded.
Okay.
I do not have a level, however, in Intimidate.
Oh, it's a hard Intimidate test. It's 1 AP.
Okay, so that'll put me at 24. 37 won't quite do it.
You yell something toward them as the storm is thundering overhead. They don't seem to hear you.
So she tries to yell something about I believe in our king or something, knowing that the 13 goes against him.
Mm-hmm. It's the one who's on the ground! It's the ones who freed the others! He screams. Your life is ours, 13! Death to the prophet! Death to his followers!
She's going to take cover.
Okay.
And I'll hold Nuki.
Okay, so you look around, you're going to need to hustle over somewhere to take cover. So you'll spend all your IUP at this point.
And that would
Because
be
you're in the middle of the street, you can't simply take cover behind.
find a barrel or something to get behind.
Okay. She quickly ducks to the side and drops to the ground, or drops it up on one knee and takes cover. Warren, the thing in the tub tries to throttle you, grabbing onto your clothes, and you can see kind of goopy fat and wax kind of dripping over your clothing as you wrench free.
I'm gonna dunk its head down in the water and push it down.
Okay. Make an athletics test. This test is going to be challenging.
Alright, so this is gonna be a 41% chance to succeed. I rolled a 64. I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
And that's a 24 success.
Perfect. Oh! Your hands burn as you touch the thing.
Ugh.
As you will suffer 6 damage. It is from fire, and you cannot add your damage threshold modifier from armor on this.
Okay, so
Treat your damage threshold if you did have armor.
I'm still unarmed.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm screaming.
It will attempt to resist. .41. Its chances are 45. It succeeds.
Damn.
The thing is far too strong. You're just kind of fighting with it at this point. What will you do
I'm
next?
gonna punch it in the face.
Okay. All right. It's going to be a standard test. Okay.
Athletics?
No, it's a simple melee test. You're punching.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a barehanded weapon.
48% chance to succeed. And it's an 83. Did not succeed. So I've got 1 AP left.
You you hit it, kind of. It does nothing. You just kind of slam your fist into its body.
Okay. I'll bank my last AP.
But you punch it. That's 2 damage from fire.
Okay. Unharmed.
You feel the hot wax and fat spatter on you. What are you gonna do with your roused AP?
I'm gonna bank it.
Okay. Harper, you're on the back of the horse, throttling against it. You hear a gunshot. Boom! Boom! Ah! You hear a scream in the street. Clearly, it's Elisa. You hear a whoop! Clatter sound of Terwin on the ground. You can kind of see through the thin gauze of the hood at this point.
Would I be able to? Do I feel like I could actually put myself into the saddle from where I'm at?
If you spend 3 AP, yes.
Okay.
That's you taking your time and being cautious about it.
Yeah. So I'll do that, and that's all I can do. As I'm gonna try to like lean over and like kind of squirm my way onto it.
Absolutely. And I think because you're taking your time and there's no real risk because their minds are clearly elsewhere, you can slip into the saddle easily.
Okay.
The hood is still over your face, though, mind you. So
Right.
that's 3 AP.
And I'm still hunkering down, basically.
Yeah, kind of behind the horse.
Right.
Okay. Alrighty. That's Harper. Please get rid of Matthew on the board. That's confusing. Thank you. The Salt Pyramid are spending this turn reloading their weapons. One of them laughs. Look at you, fool! Unmanned! The other two let go of the reins, and they've got some sort of heavy cudgels that they draw from their side, and they begin to hustle forward as they're quickly starting to collect around Terwin. They're just a yard away from him, and then the thing in the tub goes. As you try to slam your fist into the thing, as you can see the light of the candles burning bright with only one candle extinguished. The door is slammed shut. You and this thing are struggling for control as it tries to reach toward you once again for a chokehold with 55% chance of success. It cannot seem to move away from the tub. It reaches over. They roll a 66. It's a critical failure.
Yeah.
It reaches out, giving you just a moment to get to the door and open it if you wish to escape.
I do.
Okay.
Get out of there.
You come to the door. Clutter, 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 clutter. It's not quite opening easily. You need to make an athletics test. This test will be challenging.
Alright, so that's going to be a
Some strange force
41%
keeps the
chance
door
to
shut.
succeed. And that is a 67. No!
Oh! You're
I'm
about
gonna
a yard
reroll.
away
I'm
from
gonna
this.
reroll.
There
Got
you
to.
go. Ooh. Last fortune point for the night.
Yeah. That's a 7%. That's
Nice.
a success.
You open the door, and you're still 1 yard away from it. Not enough AP to get away yet. Terwin, what would you do? You're lying in the streets of the storm.
Terwin will pick himself up as he slowly tries to regain his bearings. That'll be 2 AP.
Mm-hmm.
And
You've
then
got sword and shield in hand as you kind of pick them up as you rise off the ground. The storm is kind of pitter-pattering off the shield on the weapon.
you two, you're dead. Those guns will kill me, but you'll die first.
Their eyes are a bit widened as you can see these two saltpetermen armed with cudgels just merely a yard away from him.
Terwin will close the distance, that last yard.
Okay. You take a step forward for a hustle.
And then he will spend an AP to make an attack at one of them.
Okay, it's a standard test. You swing your what weapon?
My meteoric iron mortuary sword.
Nice.
As 72 still won't do it, but at least that's not a critical failure.
Okay. You slash out, and within just a moment, the man kind of raises his cudgel, and the sword bites into the wood. Ha ha! Ha ha! Anything else, Sterling?
Nope.
Elisa? What will you do? It's dark, it's storming, you're hunkered behind a nearby building. You've taken cover, you kind of peek out and you can see Terwin's in the middle of the street. He's in danger of being shot and bludgeoned to death. He's all on his own.
She's gonna charge at the guys that are attacking Terwin.
What are you using? A weapon?
I've got my cane out. That's what
Okay.
she would have been walking with.
Ah! She's...
That's all she's
You charge
got.
forward for a routine test to swipe toward him.
Yeah. Let's attempt it.
It's a simple melee.
Yeah, I don't get my level in it. That's a 42. You said a routine, so 52. And a 55 will not do it.
Oh no! As she comes running toward them, one of them gets an opportunity attack, which his weapon just happens to be loaded. He takes a shot toward you. It's a 45. That's a 24. Boom!
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I can tell you right now, she's.
That's 6 damage.
I'm Grievous.
Oh! Roll 3d6 again. She kind of stops. She kind of almost stops in place.
I'm just gonna roll 3
Racked with
times.
pain.
I don't trust your death.
Okay, fine.
2, 3, 3.
Okay. No injuries.
No, I don't.
No other injuries, I should say.
Right. And was that all 3? Did you
Huh?
AP? Okay.
Well, no, that's his opportunity attack for. Or sorry. Yeah, it's all 3 your AP.
Yeah, I can charge an attack.
That's right. So, do you want to use your fortune point to go back up the step? Tough choice.
It's my last one, but yeah.
The saltpetermen are clearly have tracked you down for your assault upon their compound not more than a week ago.
Wouldn't they?
All right. That was Elisa's turn. Warren, back in the room. You're kind of holding on to the door. Get open, open! You're kind of using all your strength you can to like pull it open, but it's not budging.
I thought
You
I
gonna
had
keep
opened
trying?
it. I opened it.
I
made it.
Oh, you
And
did.
you
That's
rerolled.
right.
You got a 7.
The door slams open. You look down the hallway and you look back toward this thing.
I run.
All right.
Sprint.
Ah! You go down this first floor. Open the door into the rain.
Banneker! And just keep running.
Okay, you scream for Banneker as you're fleeing into the night.
It's a good thing you left that door open.
Erase the thing in the tub and erase Warren off there. It's just the 2 of you and the rest of the saltpetermen. Harper!
Okay.
Now that I'm saddled, what I'm going to do is say, "Fly, you fools!" as I'm going to kick and try to get Matthew just to run.
Okay.
Just letting him use its animal's, instincts to not run into a wall. Just
Certainly.
run.
You spur it, and the horse begins to storm forward as you hold on to the. You kind of hold on to the reins. You kind of, and you can see that the horse just bolts between, toward everybody. In fact, in this engagement, which you all are there, all of you need to make a challenging coordination test, including the saltpetermen.
Okay, so 27.
35.
Hey, 20 will succeed.
Oh wow! You leap out of the way.
Nope.
Oh no!
4.
This is not looking good.
The saltpetermen. That's 1 failure.
No, Elisa is trying
That's
to
2
die
failures.
tonight.
That's 1 success. And that's on their failures. So 3 of the saltpetermen are trampled, as is Elisa. Elisa, you suffer 7 damage.
Back down grievously.
Oh! Roll 3d6. Oh man. I'm sorry.
4, 2.
Oh no! Another grievous injury.
Well, what's the quality of the horse's hoof?
6. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Because if it's pummeling,
It's not. It's a storm horse. It's not pummeling.
okay, just making sure.
It's powerful.
Horseshoes.
It's a gigantic
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah. So choose your next grievous injury.
It's probably 1,000 pounds.
Ooh, yay! Yeah, we're gonna go over here. Okay. Fortune's Mercy.
What's that mean?
Ignore injury, keep your fate point, and continue fighting onward.
Nice. I'll take that. Wow.
The dice aren't worth it, but the cards are nice for once.
The horse storms forward, sending everybody into a sprawl as 3 of the saltpetermen have been
Trampled?
yes. They're moderately wounded. As is one of the wizards. One of the saltpetermen has been trampled. His head is crushed into the cobblestone in the storm. He does not move any longer. The question is, what are you all going to do? The saltpetermen are coming back to their feet. One of them goes over to one of the brothers and says, "Brother, wake up! Wake up!" Terwin, it's your turn.
I wouldn't blame you if you ran. If you do, I'll hold them off for a bit.
You're saying this to
Elisa.
Okay.
Are any of them on the ground? Are they all freestanding?
So one is lying on the ground dead. One of them's prone on the ground beside one of the saltpetermen trying to wake him up. 2 others are on their feet. One is armed with a pistol that's locked and loaded. The other pistol has been already spent and shot. You can see smoldering in his hand.
Okay. And are we all engaged still?
Yes.
Okay. I will take aim, and I will swing at the one with the loaded pistol.
Okay, it's routine. You bring your weapon down to bear.
You know, make it 60%. And a 0-4 will succeed.
Nice. Roll damage.
Okay.
He didn't see that coming.
1 plus 7 is 8.
He is moderately wounded. Roll d6.
Okay. 1 for normal, 1 because it's vicious, 1 because it's meteoric iron.
Oh, God.
Not a single 6.
No. No injuries.
Okay, so that was 2 AP. And then I will use the third one to disarm his pistol.
Okay. All right. It's going to be a standard test.
I forget what the stat is for
Coordination.
37%. And 66.
Oh no. As you kind of lunge forward through a weapon to disarm it, he kind of staggers back and pulls the trigger quickly for an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Say 55. That's 51. He hits. It's a 3, but I'm going to spend a fortune point to turn it to a 6. So 6, 10, plus 5, 15 damage.
15. I am lightly wounded.
Boom! He pulls the trigger.
And that's it for my turn.
Die, you damn zealot! He says as he
I
pulls
will.
the trigger.
I will. You will first.
Elisa, you're lying on the ground. Your cane is still in hand. You can see that the world's kind of spinning around you. You've just been kind of knocked down several times at this point.
Trying to think what she would do. And there's 3 currently
Yeah.
us right now.
Yeah.
Well, Yeah, she's going to get up.
Okay, it's 2 AP. You have a skill rank in coordination?
I do not.
Otherwise you get it for 1 AP.
Yeah, no, I do not. So she's going to go ahead and get up, and she's going to attempt to disarm the guy with the gun.
Okay. It's going to be a standard test. Standard coordination.
Alright.
The gun is still smoldering in his hand where he had shot you before.
Alright. She lunges at it just to take the gun from him, and a 22 will do it.
Nice. Crit success, too.
Well,
gun-
I'm going to crit one way.
Not only do you disarm him, you manage to get the pistol in hand.
Oh.
And
Huh?
she's going to flip it and point it at him.
Yeah.
Sideways. No.
Put the cane through the ring and like.
It's some Sherlock shit. She
Yeah.
pulls it back. Just holding it up.
You can see that this pistol has 3 barrels and 2 are currently smoldering.
Okay. She's pointing it back at him. Screaming, "Get back!"
Harper, you've fled at this point.
Yeah, no, I'm fleeing.
Yeah. The other assault Peterman,
I give
bam! He
take the.
yeah. The other assault Peterman fans the levers, boom, boom, toward Terwin. So we'll spend the rest of those misfortune points to load. Boom, 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 boom. So a 69 will not hit. Boom, boom. That's the first shot, I should say.
Yeah. Okay.
Second shot. 66. There's this fizzling sound.
Oh
There
no!
it is.
Oh no!
Boom! The whole thing blasts to pieces and bits of iron and fire as the gun is clearly volatile, harming you and him.
Awesome.
As you will both suffer 6 damage from fire. So no armor.
Okay, I am still lightly wounded.
Okay. He is now seriously wounded. And let's see if he catches on fire. He catches on fire! You can see, he's kind of looking at himself, and you see these kind of like along his side there's these kind of horns of powder. Boom! 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 And he's like suddenly he's kind of three successive blasts as he's now on fire for 9, 9, 10. Wow. 33 damage. So, as this happens and the weapon just explodes in his hands, he's concussed, knocked to the ground, smoldering, and slain. The other 2 saltpetermen that are standing there, one of them guffaws as you've got the pistol aimed right at him with one of the hammers, with 2 of the barrels are smoldering with 1 remaining. This is a repeater pistol. The other one has a cudgel in hand, and he quickly turns around and just starts running the fuck away. Give you an opportunity to strike him in the back if you want.
Oh, I will.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's 6 corruption.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
That is
Yes.
incredibly dishonorable.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He's
Oh,
a
man.
forester,
you may do
sir.
it.
That is.
It's an opportunity attack if you wish.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Can
Totally
I
worth
pistol it?
An opportunity attacks. It's only one person, not everybody.
no,
in the
it's
party.
Right,
him.
no,
Him,
we'll do it.
that's
So
what
what's the difficulty on this?
It's easy.
Easy? Okay. It'll be 70.
Come on.
75 won't do it.
Wow.
But, no.
You're gonna roll.
So,
Come
wait. Twice for poison, thrice for a kiss. I'm going to go for twice.
Yeah.
By re-rolling as I'm channeling my mayhem.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
I love
man.
it.
Is that how we do it?
Yep, and you
Okay.
get 25 reward points for that.
Nice. Okay.
Love
70.
That's a crack die.
It's a crack die. Roll.
66 critical
Oh my-
success.
Okay. I thought it was a failure.
70.
That's a 70, yeah.
Roll damage.
Those are
I think it
critical
was easy.
success.
Roll damage, and if you do enough damage to break through his damage threshold, he'll be slain.
This has been the strangest series of crits ever.
Welcome to Zweihänder.
I would say that Adam's
Like a
dice-
pendulum.
11.
Oh yeah. Slash! He brings the sword down. The man just kind of falls to the cobblestone ground. The other one who was there and you have the pistol aimed at this point is he uses this opportunity to run away. The question is, do you want to strike him while he runs?
Can I get the option to make a verbal instead?
A verbal what? What does that mean?
Yell something at him.
Certainly.
instead of attacking.
Absolutely.
I fight for myself. He
The
runs off.
assault pitterman takes off as the other one's boom, 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 and he's on fire, lying on the ground. The storm is doing little to abate the flames from the gun smoke. You're breathing heavily. Not only are you soaked, you're winded.
Oh, Terran's not done. He's going to run after him.
Oh, after the one that is running?
Yes.
Okay. Terran will run him down and
He's not going to kill him but he will try to take him down.
Sure.
'Cause he wants to question him.
okay.
Yeah.
Terran will run after. Attempt to. Are you going to subdue him or are you going to take him down? What are you going to do?
Not gonna.
He's going to try and subdue him. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I forget about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a martial melee test. This test is going to be challenging.
Challenging will be 40. And a 16 will do it.
Good. Ugh! You swing the weapon toward him, batting him across the head. Roll damage.
1 plus 7 is 8.
8. Okay. He's seriously wounded. Roll 2d6. And add your whatever dice you have on top of that.
Okay.
You need extra dice. Get extra dice.
Okay, I need one more. All 2s, no 6s.
Yahtzee!
Yahtzee!
Well, he's seriously wounded and still running at this point, as he will. I assume at this point that he's kind of, if you're chasing after him and it's his turn that's coming up, he's going to do anything that he possibly can to escape as he, boom, bursts through a door.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you end up in this tight confines of this local pub, this watering hole that's filled to the gills with people. And you can see him kind of pushing and brushing through the crowd. It's going to be a chase scene. You can see the people are completely surrounding this like small ring where these two bare-fisted, bare-knuckled boxers kind of going at it. As the whole place is like filled with this haze of pale yellow light and smoke lingers throughout. The whole place is just turning into a fracas as you come in. All right, his escape, his chances for his chase threshold is going to be 8 plus 5, so 13. All right, begin your chase. It's 1d10 plus your movement.
Okay. 11.
11. Ooh. You're just a few yards away as you're kind of pushing through the people. Using your shield, you kind of shove somebody aside, and you hear this shattering of glass as you knock over a nearby pitcher. A few other people are kind of like, what the hell?
Even if it slows him down, Terran will sheath his sword. He won't keep a drawn sword in a crowd.
Okay, that's fine. You get a good eye on him where he's at. He's coming back toward the back of the tavern right now, and he's clambering up on top of a nearby table, trying to get over the bar. It's 8 plus, so 10. Okay, you continue your chase. It's going to. You may alternatively use your brawn bonus in this case because you're muscling through people.
I'll choose to do that.
Okay, so it's 1d10 plus your brawn bonus.
Okay. So that'll be 17.
Wow! As you shove your way past somebody, BAM! You knock him aside the head, and he spins and falls off the top of the bar. You quickly leap up on top and come down to the bottom and grab him by the scruff of his shirt and pick him up.
You're a lucky one. You get to live.
You can see his face is completely bloodied. He's got broken glass all over his body. His side of his face is bruised and bloody. He's soaking wet, as is the both of you. The bar, one of the people inside the bar is like, "Get that shit out of here!" He says.
You got it. First off, does he have any weapons still on him?
No.
Okay.
He's wearing like loose gray robes with a hood.
And I'll drag him outside.
Okay. You begin dragging him outside. Ugh. Back out into the storm you go.
Do I have him pretty much dead to rights at this point?
You've got him, and you're basically dragging him by hand outside. He's throttling against you, but you've easily overpowered him.
Yeah, I'll knock him out if I can.
If he's subdued, yeah, then you can knock him out.
Well,
Because if he's subdued, he's helpless.
Yeah, that's Dan's call. That's what I'm getting.
Oh, I'm just sorry. I just didn't understand on that. So.
Mike with the mechanics.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Get off me! Get off me! You clock him in the head, and he kind of spits in your face as he's grabbing a hold of your shirt. You're grabbing a hold of him. You're just basically kind of pushing back and forth, throttling. You can see what's kind of happening as he drags him out. They both almost kind of roll outside of the tavern. As you can see, light pouring from within. You're covered in blood. You're covered in. You're wet. You've been breathing heavily. You're suffering from a grievous injury. You get a grievous injury.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that's 9 corruption for a grievous injury.
Woo!
Yeah.
And you get to figure out how long it's going to last for once you looked at it.
That'll come after recuperation.
And she's gonna walk.
Get the hell off me!
She's gonna walk up, and once she gets close enough, she's going to point the gun straight at his head.
Okay.
You should stop.
You fucking mad people! You're all gonna die! He says.
Not before you if you don't stop.
He will, realizing that you've got him dead to rights, he is probably going to relinquish at this point. He lowers his guard as you get a hold of him firmly in between the scruff of his robes.
I'm going to get Harper. She starts calling around, trying to follow the direction that
Well,
Harper
in that
went.
case, then I'll headbutt him and knock him out.
Okay. All goes dark for the saltpeterman. You yell out toward Harper and you don't see him. You got trampled. You have no idea what direction he went.
It's tempting.
I have no idea what direction I went.
As worried as I am about Harper, somehow I think he's going to fare better than you. We need to get you back to the cloakroom. We need to get you out. We need to get this man back. Turn him into Lieutenant Roy. Shit.
No.
I don't know if we should do that.
I don't know what we should do, but at this point I just want to put this lead through his fucking head. But I don't have an option, and I can't use my arm right now.
Yeah, we need to get you looked at.
Where's Juan?
Oh, surely he's back by now. I mean, he just went to check out an house.
Well, let's head back to our room and take our guests. Doppler effect.
Warren is not there.
Banneker comes behind him.
What is your intention at this point?
Yeah, well,
Wait, they know where we were.
Terran's not exactly the type to think everything through, and now that everything is slowed down and he's no longer seeing red, he looks about at 3 bodies, and
I'm gonna loot him.
You certainly do that.
yeah, 3 bodies and this man unconscious. You know, I wanted to keep one for question. Now that I think about it,
What do we need to question?
exactly.
They came after us because of the 13.
Right. I'll remember that now. Yeah.
Kill him. Be done with it, but why waste this money?
She's rifling through the pockets of these dead men in the street.
Oh.
One of them's the life of the remaining one is still in your hands. The cold iron is still in her hand. The pistol, or the hammer, cocked back. The other one blasted to pieces and smoldering on top of one that is still fire's being put out due to the rain. But
he's knocked out. I mean, I don't want to go killing him, do I? As he looks,
she looks at her arm.
He looks. Well, Terran looks extremely confused right now. Like it's almost as if he
confused or conflicted.
No, confused. Like he's conflicted as well. But I can't say anything else other than that. So, what?
His life is in your hands, apparently, Lisa.
I'm gonna have, you know what? I'm at 9.
Yep. You're gonna kill him?
Yep.
It's 9 more corruption. Boom! She pulls the trigger and his head, he falls to the ground as the body kind of violently jerks from your hands, and you let this happen, Terwin, as you gain 6 corruption for being complicit in this. The bodies fall to the ground. You begin pulling away everything you possibly can out of their pockets. Fortunately, the storm has managed to camouflage this entire ordeal, as the gunshots would be easily mistaken for the rumbling of thunder and lashing of lightning. Above the saltpeterman, so first off, you have a repeater pistol.
You should write that down.
Hey. I know those are expensive.
There's a total of 6 shot.
Okay.
That's expensive too.
And between the 4 of them. There are 11 brass pennies. And 7 shilling. Other than that, they're clothes, but I'm assuming you're not going to strip them of their clothes.
She's not that bad. No. But now it looks more like a robbery than it necessarily was. They knew that we were at the cloakroom. That's where they got Harper, unless Harper somehow got up. But I don't think he did.
He wouldn't let himself be taken like that too if he was up and about.
We need to go somewhere else.
He's as timid as he is. He's a deadly man.
It is night. I wonder if Hexenster is inside.
Well, we need to find Harper. That's what we need to do. And Warren and Banneker. So.
And we need to get Alistair out of there.
Yeah, we have to go back to the cloakroom. That's all we used to do.
We have to go back, but we cannot stay.
Oh,
That's my point.
I agree.
Let's hope that Amadeus or Hexenstern might be there and they can give us a better idea on accommodations, or else maybe Banneker's bedmate might have a room that we can possibly find.
No. Let me fetch me lantern.
The lantern is fortunately intact.
I'm surprised it's not trampled.
It was off to the side.
You leave
out of easy reach of the horse.
The bodies of the 4 saltpetermen remain in the street as you have taken everything that they have upon them, and you begin to flee back to the cloakroom. The night is dark and full of rain. For every step, Elisa, you can feel the pain of your splintered elbow, is that right? You can feel this intense lancing pain, almost like as every lash of lightning, you can feel this lightning pain from shoulder to fingertip. Imagine taking a baseball bat and hitting like a solid pole really, really hard.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it feels like when you move every single time. You can't help but grit your teeth through the pain.
She's gonna stop for a minute. And then she's gonna look at Tarwin and she's gonna say, "Tell no one I have this." And she pulls out her laudanum. And proceeds.
Your laudanum will do nothing for you until your injury is.
Assessed?
You must have your injury. You must have your injury undergo treatment before you can recoup your. Your.
Then she would.
Otherwise, but you can just take laudanum if you wish.
Nah, she would grit through it then.
Okay.
It's too damn expensive. She would know when is a good time to take it, I assume.
You should be with that.
Never mind.
Never mind.
The cloakroom is a nice, upstanding, middle-class joint. And as you come inside, there's this look of abject horror by the people within.
Looking at us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Particular?
Yeah, it's like Dragon Age, you know, where you like have your dialogue and your.
Yeah.
The storm is distant at this point. What are you doing? You can't... The man kind of looks at you wide-eyed. What has happened?
We were held up. People tried to rob us.
Close the doors! Lock them up! Lock them tight! The man says.
The rest of our group is still behind.
Wait. Sure. And I something happened here, didn't it?
You came in. There was others. There's a look of kind of bewilderment and confusion amid the patrons within here. They came in, the man says as he drops a heavy kind of bit of lumber in front of the door. They came in, drug one of you Dufresne out,
Yeah.
threatened the entire establishment with wands drawn. Damn saltpetermen.
Well, we took care of them. As you can see, they tried to shoot us.
Did they only
did
take?
shoot us.
Did they only take one of us out?
They took one of you who was sleeping upstairs. They drug him down. He was lifeless when they brought him down. I thought they'd killed him.
No, but he's on his way back.
Listen here. If you don't mind, if we at least stay here until the others come back, then we'll get out of your hair, and we'll find someplace else to be. We don't want to cause any more trouble for you.
The men are kind of looking toward one another, confused, uncertain what to do.
Please, if we could just do that. There's all sorts of risks when it comes to, keeping the king's law. But we appreciate everything you've done.
Go ahead and make a charm test. This test is going to be routine.
Can I assist on that?
What are you going to do?
She would simply say, we've tried our best to help the Baroness, and there are those that tried to stand in the way.
Sure. You have a skill rank in channel and charm.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So take that.
Should let you do the talking.
Probably.
You really should have.
What was the difficulty?
My thing.
Routine.
Routine? 48.
Still give you an attempt.
Nope. 59.
They will consult. They will consult with others they'll consult with other owners of the cloakroom before making a decision. Outside, you hear boom, 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 boom. You're drenched, you're wet, you're dragging yourself through the street. Boom, 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 boom. And with every toll of the bell, another letter slips from your name. Who am I? You look toward the sky, riven with the storm. Yet still you feel somewhere beyond the darkness of the clouds and the shadows and the lightning, the Leviathan's eye is watching toward you as you turn toward the heavens above. There is this whisper in the streets. Warren.
Banneker's nowhere to be found.
You're looking around frantically. Warren, come this way.
Get out of my head! And I'll keep running towards the cloakroom.
Over there. Warren, come here. Come here. You have no light. It's dark out. There's nothing to guide your way, save for the voices. Warren, come here.
That's That's not my name. Run the other direction.
Okay. The night will be very, very long for Warren as they'll become lost in the streets of Durendal. Meanwhile, within the cloakroom, you see there's another different agent outside, a man says. He looks like a local. He has the bearing, perhaps, of a Brigandine soldier, but he wears no armor, nor sword, or anything to indicate his rank.
Well, there's 3 of them, actually. 2 of them went to go see a man about a house.
I can't see anything outside, the barkeep says, as he has the shutters open and he's lifted the windows and it's still storming outside.
Yeah. Well, one of them, the one that was taken out of here, his horse ran off with him on it.
You can see where Elisa is. She sits down near the fire and her clothes are kind of oozing blood, slowly trickling down her fingertips. She's not bleeding, but she's oozing.
We've got to do something about that. Go get one.
No Dr. Drake here.
Yeah.
It looks beyond my skill. You see this man with a large, kind of bushy-looking mustache and a leather smock that he's clearly just gotten off of duty as a barber who would cut hair and treat ingrown toenails and things like that. His barber's chair is empty, as you would go there to get your beard shaved or to get like small sutures put into your wounds, but injuries such as this cannot be treated by him. Beyond my skill, he says, as he kind of twists his mustache. Milady, here. He approaches and places a cold compress, a cold rag of water, wrenching it, placing it across your face. You can already feel the fever coming on.
Doesn't really say much. She's tried to fight back the nausea and everything from the pain. She's just sitting there.
We clearly can't open these doors again. If there are more saltpeter outside or wizards, they'd have a lot of us with you here.
Well, if it's any of ours, we just ask them to identify themselves.
We're not taking that risk, he says decidedly. There are innocent people in here, he says.
I don't blame you.
So we're not for Hexenstern, you would be out in the street, but you've got his blessing. We can keep you here safe for the night.
Is he here?
Who?
Hexenstern.
He left earlier. Right after he supped.
I appreciate you keeping us for the night. If anyone comes, you need it, you can come get me. I brought this on.
Let me in! Let me in! You hear from outside.
Is the voice we recognize?
Roll needs drop test. This test is hard.
So, it's 42 because I'm ignoring. Good news is I get to re-roll these drops. That's a failure, so I'm going to re-roll. Shake and not stir.
Nice.
For the win.
And a 13 succeeds.
Okay. It's clearly Banneker.
It's Banneker.
Let me in, gods damn it! He says.
That's Banneker.
I told you we're not opening the door! You! He yells. Go away! Go elsewhere! Seek shelter somewhere else! Go to the Brigandine Tower! I don't know where the fuck I am! He screams. On the other side. If we open these doors, they're not coming back.
Banneker, can you go to the Spruce Goose?
Where the fuck is that in storm? I have goddamn light! It ran out!
Listen, we're putting them at risk here. Our man's outside. Another man's outside. Our other man's outside. We've got Alistair upstairs. Let's go get Alistair and let these people be. They've had enough trouble for a night. I know it makes it more dangerous for us, but...
If I fall, you best pick my ass up.
Of course.
Sure this is what you want? The man inquires.
No, I don't want it. I don't want you to let my man in, but you've already said what you said. And we're going to honor that.
Get the Betty, the man says. The barkeep kind of reaches beneath the bar and pulls out a blunderbuss and throws it across the way. Then, clack, the man, who clearly is a brigandine, starts to load it and fill it full of whatever he can. He takes the cigarette butt pail full of sand and rock and starts to stuff it inside there. And he drops it. He lowers it toward the door. Open the door for them. You, open the door for them. Back up! Back up, man! He yells through the door as the brigandine soldier has the blunderbuss held in hand. Go, we'll close up behind you. He shoulders it, ready for anything.
I'll go get Alistair. Now he can stay. We'll come back for him.
We'll send lettuce.
Yeah.
He's not in a position to move.
Thanks for letting us in for a while. Appreciate your understanding, too.
I've got the door. Let's do this. Open it.
Banneker, put your arms up.
Tell me, where's the closest Wagoneer? Someone who can get us across town.
There's no Wagoneer. It's too late at night. Get to the brigandine station. Talk to Reich.
Where is it?
Down the road. You'll know it.
Another way.
All right then.
Then we go.
He holds the blunderbuss out. As he opens the door, he actually he puts his hand out and advances out into the street. Go now. Go. Go. Quick.
Here we go.
He lifts the rifle up, lowering it back toward the street. The door shuts as you're now out in the stormy streets of Durendal at night. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
It's not
Burn.
ominous.
Boom, 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 boom. You hear the tolling of the bells from the towers, from the bell tower that you were just at, not more than perhaps an hour or so ago. And we will take a pause here. And we will turn in just a few moments for episode 26 of Queen of Embers.
Bye.